Stop being ashamed of your needs. Just stop it. Knock it off. Okay. Did that work? Did that work? Stop being ashamed of your need. No, of course it doesn't work. Your needs need to be validated by somebody else and told, hey, that's okay to need that. That's okay to want that. That's okay to feel that. A mature man has needs. All men have needs. Boys have needs. Women have needs. But the man in this culture might have been taught to be ashamed of his needs. Now, if you know anything about female nature, you know that the unconscious woman will go to great lengths to get her needs met. And she feels in competition with other women, other men. Her needs will be met. Damn it. And it doesn't matter who it costs. If it costs the government, country, how many taxes, it doesn't matter. The woman is laser focused on getting her needs met. That's her power as a woman. But also as a man, if you start to focus on your needs, the unconscious woman, and even if you're in a gay relationship, the unconscious man might feel like his needs are not going to get met. The feminized man might feel in competition with other men. So the power of a woman is that she will get her needs met. But also, you need to know that. You also need to know how to help a woman understand that that need being met may cost too much. It may cost the family too much. It may cost society too much. You know, we have organized our society around the needs of women, and look at where that's getting us. It's not pretty. It's this shit is often not pretty, but we're exposing propaganda here. We're exposing brainwashing here. We're exposing the feminine need to have her needs met. Fuck everybody else. I think that's a wonderful thing. That's the power of a woman. But when a man's needs are not met, he doesn't try to meet his needs by hook or by crook. Oftentimes he just puts them away, or he shames himself for them. So stop being ashamed of your needs. Let's get some clarity today. Let's get some clarity. A mature man has needs. He has wants. He has desires. And I'm going to put the show notes on the Discord. Brotherhood. If you want to join the Brotherhood, click the join link below. Men only, please. Ladies, you can listen to the videos, but for the Brotherhood, men supporting other men. All right. So the problem is not that you have these needs. The problem is that you were trained to feel guilty for having them. Somewhere along the way, you were told that your hunger was too much. Your ambition was selfish. Your sexuality was dangerous. Your anger was toxic. Your strength was intimidating. So you learned to shrink. You learned to apologize for existing. That is not maturity. That is conditioning. I know men who pretend like they don't have needs just to get along with people. They accommodate other people and they think they're grown up and mature. But also these men have road rage. They have freakouts. They yell at servers in restaurants. They throw tantrums in the Walmart. They're not grown up at all. They have just learned to stay silent like little boys with their nose in the corner. This is not about fucking over people to get your needs met. Quite the opposite. This is not about getting your needs met by hook or by crook. Like, a man can recognize that he has a need and he can seek to fulfill that need, or just say, you know what? I don't need this need fulfilled. I can find another way to fulfill that need. So some men pretend that they have transcended basic body needs. And I'm going to talk about body needs here. So in our work, your body has needs. And so if you're all up in the mind, you will ignore your body's needs. You know, in recovery, we have a saying called HALT, H-A-L-T. Don't get too hungry. Don't get too angry. Don't get too lonely, and don't get too tired. Man, that's really good advice for everybody. Being in recovery has given me access to a variety of practices and tools that I never would have discovered otherwise. So you have these body needs. They're not your mind's needs. And yes, your mind can override your body's needs. But when you get into the body, you start to trust your body's needs. But to the men who pretend that they don't have these body needs, they're all up in the mind. They act like they do not need sleep, sex, touch, validation, rest, or food in any meaningful way. They call it discipline or enlightenment, but often it's just another mask. And, if you listen to spiritual masters, they'll tell you that you don't reach enlightenment by denying the body, yet so many people try to deny the body. They become vegans. They go on semen retention, which I got into semen retention. One of the most delusional times in my life. I really thought I was learning something. Denying hunger does not make you evolved. Denying desire does not make you spiritual. Denying that you need to ejaculate doesn't make you transcendental. Here's the thing. So the man's biological need to ejaculate furthers the human species. You should be glad that men want to come. You should be glad because coming does require some effort for men. Well, not all men. I mean, I was with the guy once. He came in his pants when I kissed him. But ejaculation is something that furthers the human species. We shouldn't shame men for wanting to ejaculate or want to come. We shouldn't shame men for that. Go ahead, come. Go ahead, do it. Do it every day if you need to. Because at some point when you're mature, I want to celebrate my ability to get an erection and ejaculate. You shouldn't be ashamed of that. This is where the baiter, and the gooner communities really shine in this regard. They celebrate their dicks, their ejaculations. It's so strange to me that I can see baiters and gooners and all of those people as really fucking spiritual. Like it's basically ritual masturbation is what it is. But they lean into their needs. They fetishize their needs and desires. I mean, my God, it is, if you are a part of that community, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They are not ashamed of it at all. I've learned more from those communities than anything about overcoming shame. But denying desire does not make you spiritual. Denying that you need to ejaculate does not make you transcendental. Men need to come. They do. It's part of their male erotic drive. So the body is not an obstacle to overcome so you can be special. Again, that's the ego wanting you to be special. While I'm on this ejaculation thing, being able to not come made me feel special. I would tell men that I was on semen retention, and they would look at me like, how do you do that? How do you just not come? And I'm like, I'm disciplined, man. I'm disciplined. And all the while, my ego was just feeding on that sense of separation and division. I was very disconnected, but I was getting a lot of validation in that from women who had shamed men's sexualities, and also from men who were also ashamed of their sexualities. How do I know? Because I worked with some guys who were on semen retention. They reported that practice was failing to address their depression or their disconnection, and it started to make them feel weird. So I tried to help them with this shame, and they snapped back. They're like, oh God. One of the guys called a semen retention master, and now I look at all that stuff and I'm like, oh my God, I fell for it. It's easy to fall for, because if you're ashamed of your desire to ejaculate, if you're ashamed of your sexuality, it hits that sweet spot of shame. It hits that sweet spot. It surely does. So the body is not an obstacle to overcome. It is the instrument you live through. When a man rejects his own biology to appear advanced, he splits himself in half. Real maturity is not pretending you do not need anything. It is knowing exactly what you need and meeting it without drama, without performance, and without shame. one thing I want you to know is there is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing shameful about being a man with desire. If you are honest, truthful, and sincere, if you're a man of your word, if you are disciplined, if you are strong enough to control yourself, if you are building something meaningful, then your needs are not a liability. They are fuel. A mature man does not deny his nature. He masters it. He masters it. So your needs can often be the impetus to get things done. And if you deny that you have needs, you might be depressed, you might be lonely, you might be afraid, you might be uncreative. But if you have a need, if you identify that your needs are valid and useful, they can be fuel. They can be fuel. I don't think I can impress upon you enough. You know, in the baiter and the gooner community, they have things called bait fuel. Like it's certain images and music and stuff like that people use as bait fuel. So understanding that your needs can lead you to create something really powerful and amazing, like music, movies, art. You could build a house with your needs. But really, shame is the problem. You know, here's a book, Healing the Shame That Binds You. I don't think you need to read this book because I wrote in it Food for Pain Bodies. If you want to go into all of this shit and understand how your shame causes you to act out, there's a lot of psychobabble mumbo jumbo in this. But I think the best way to work through shame, I'm going to tell you about that in this video, but I think the best way to work through shame is just to realize there's nothing to be ashamed of. Who gives a fuck where it comes from? Like, if you really want to dig in the dirt, go ahead and dig in the dirt. But as my spirit guides told me, be careful when digging the dirt. You might be digging your own grave. So here's what shame does. It disconnects you from your body. It makes you live in your head. It turns natural impulses into secret compulsions. When you are ashamed of your needs, you either suppress them or they leak out sideways. Suppression creates resentment. Repression creates addiction. Secrecy creates distortion. This work is not to eliminate desire. The work is to remove the shame around it. So I've already talked a little bit about sexual shame and ejaculation, shame of ejaculation. But you were probably taught that male sexuality is predatory by default. So you learn to distrust your own arousal. A mature man knows his desires. He owns them. He does not dump them on other people. He does not manipulate to get them met. He does not hide from them either. If you feel sexual shame, get around other men who are not ashamed of their sexuality. Not reckless men, not addicts. Men who are grounded in their bodies and at peace with their erotic nature. Talk about it. Normalize it. Bring it into the light. Shame dies in honest male spaces. One of the things I do with men in general is I just talk about sex with them. Whether they're straight or gay or bi, we just talk about sex. It's fun. It's fun. And when men can relax and be themselves around other men and get rid of that, it's nothing to be ashamed of. There isn't. And I love talking about sex with other men. There's some women in my life that we talk about sex, but there's nothing to be ashamed of. And in that simple act, you can do that as well. You can start to talk about sex with other men, and it's no big deal. It's really no big deal. Once you break the seal on that stuff, there's a relaxation that happens in your life. There was a time when Merrick and I did not talk about sex with anybody. We didn't talk about it with our friends. And then I called one of my friends shortly after this masculine restoration started happening. And I said, look, we're going to have to get naked together and we're going to have to talk about sex. And he's like, okay. So he and I got naked together, not in a sexual way, but we just got naked. And then we talked about sex, and now our friendship is deeper and it's better than it's ever been. And who knew something that fucking simple could change everything about our lives? Like today, we're probably going to be naked around our friends. It's not even that that big of a deal. And that leads us into body shame. Can you stand naked in front of a mirror and not flinch? Let me go back to that. Like, I used to go to the gym, and I had a straight friend, and he wanted to go to the gym with me. And I said, well, to let you know, I go into the steam room afterwards, so you're probably going to see me naked. And he said, okay, that's fine. And guess what? It was no big deal. Because it's no big fucking deal. But can you stand naked in front of a mirror and not flinch? Can you be shirtless around other men without comparing? This is where my fuck up is. I'll be okay being shirtless around other men when I am comfortable with myself being shirtless around myself. I need to get over that. One day in these videos, I'm just going to be shirtless. One day in these videos, I'm just going to be shirtless, and I'm going to overcome that shame. Regardless of how my body works. Man, spirits, am I going to have to fucking do that? Woo, man, y'all work me hard. Y'all work me so hard. You gotta put your money where your mouth is. Okay, thank you. Can you accept your size, your scars, your build? If not, you are still at war with yourself. This is my work, isn't it, spirits? Okay. Spend time around men who are comfortable in their bodies. Go to the gym, go to a sauna, train, wrestle, be in spaces where male bodies are just bodies. When you see enough ordinary men being unashamed, your nervous system recalibrates. You realize you were never the problem. This is body. I still have body shame. I may not have sexual shame that much anymore, but I still have body shame, and I'm working through that. I am. And so that's where, and I want to be the example for you. Like, I'm looking at these notes that I wrote, and I have to realize I still have quite a bit of body shame, and I know that I'm gonna have to be seen as I am, not what I want to be seen as. All right. Needs are not weaknesses. You need sleep. You need touch. You need purpose. You need brotherhood. You need sex. You need challenge. Pretending you do not need these things does not make you evolved. It makes you numb. A strong man admits what he needs and builds his life accordingly. And that brings us into building something. One of the fastest ways to stop being ashamed of your desires is to channel them. Develop a skill, build a body, learn an instrument, start a project, fix something, create something. Consumption keeps you passive. Creation makes you sovereign. When you are building, your energy has direction. Your desires stop feeling chaotic and start feeling purposeful. So, I offer to help initiate men into manhood, and everything that I talked about in this video, I am happy to discuss, with men. I don't even have to work with you. We could just talk about it. So I do have the Discord server set up on. So if you join the Brohood, you get access to the Discord service. Please, men only. But stop being ashamed of your needs. Your needs are yours. And also stop hanging out with people who are shame-based. If you hang out with scolds and nags and all of that stuff, your needs are your own. Your needs are your own. Now remember, there is nothing wrong with you. Nothing is broken. Nothing needs to be fixed. The only thing is we got to remove some layers of conditioning. So immature masculinity demands. Shamed masculinity hides. Mature masculinity stands. It says, this is who I am. These are my needs. These are my desires. I will not violate myself or anyone else to meet them. I will not apologize for being a man. When you are disciplined, honest, and purposeful, there is nothing to be ashamed of. I guess one of the ways to get through this shame is just don't do anything that you would be ashamed of. We tried that, right? But guess what? Some of your needs, your body needs are you're not even in control of that shit. It's your body. So stop being ashamed of what you do or what you want or what you need. As long as it involves two consenting adults, you're fine, dude. You want to wear diapers? You want to get breastfed by a pregnant woman? Go right ahead. Nobody fucking cares. So remember, the shame was taught and it can be untaught. If you were taught shame, it can be untaught. And the untangling of that shame might be the most important thing you ever do. All right, so at the end of this video, I'm going to play another song from our album because if I play a song in a video, this video gets monetized and we get paid for it. So I figured out how to monetize stuff via a roundabout way. So I want you to know that you have nothing to be ashamed of and that everything that you desire is okay. If you want to talk more, reach out to me. I love helping people. I love helping men. And if you want some further reading, read this book, The Archetype of Initiation. This is probably one of the most influential books in my life. I want you to have a wonderful day. And for God's sakes, go do something.
I wanna get touched. I wanna get loved. I wanna get felt. I wanna get held. I wanna get touched. Do you wanna touch me? Maybe you can hump me. You gotta touch me. You can get real rough with me. I wanna feel good. Can you be a little rude? Can you touch me on the chest, turn my bed into a nest? I just wanna feel good. Do you wanna touch me? Maybe you can hump me. You gotta touch me. You can get real rough with me. I just wanna come undone. I am tired of the sun. I wanna get dark. Get bent over in the park. I just wanna come undone. I just wanna lay down on the ground, feel the pound, go to town on my dick, make it thick, take your time, make his mind, go real fast, touch my face, touch my lips, lick my pit and grab my hips, grab my chest, tweak my nips, never let go. Hold me close, make me close, so I'm close, I'm getting close, fucking close, I'm so 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 close.
Can't wait to feel your fingers dripping on my skin. I wanna feel your hands go places they've never been. If you wanna touch me here, then you have to touch me there. You can become my love, run your hands through my hair. You wanna touch me? Maybe you can fuck me. Wait, first you gotta touch me. You get real rough for me.
I just wanna come on.